Hello, we are on page 143 in our Encore Math book, AM and PM. So we've been reviewing how to tell time, and now we're going to figure out if it's AM or PM. So AM is any time from 12 o'clock in the morning when it's dark out up to 11:59 in the afternoon, around the time that we're in lunch. Then PM starts from 12 o'clock in the afternoon, like right around when we would get back from lunch, and that goes to 11:59 PM at night. And then it turns back into AM at 12 o'clock. So I put up that little video for you. Maybe that will help you to figure out the difference between the two. Lori and her father went shopping at the time shown on the clock at the right. How should Lori write the time? Use AM or PM. So she's out shopping with her dad. Step 1, read the time on the clock. So we look here. The little hand, the hour hand, is between the 11 and the 12, which means the hour is 11. The big hand, the minute hand, is exactly on the 6. So we count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The time is 11:30. Now, 11:30 can be either PM or AM, so we need to decide if it's AM or PM. Write PM for the time after noon and before midnight. So noon is from 12 in the daytime. Midnight is 12 at night. Write AM for the time that is after midnight and before noon. So noon again is when we get back from lunch at school. Think, most people go shopping during the day. So Lori should write the time as 11:30 AM. So again, around our lunchtime. If it was 11:30 PM, it would be really dark out and really late at night. Probably not a good time to go shopping. Write the times for the activities. Use AM or PM. Leave school. Look, the hour hand's the little hand. It's between the 2 and the 3. Therefore, the hour we choose is 2. If you said 2, you were correct. Now we're going to count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it is 2:35. Now, 2:35 AM, you would be sleeping. That is before noon. 2:35 PM would be the time that you would be leaving school. That means in the afternoon. Okay, eating dinner. Look at the small hand again, between the 5 and the 6. Because it's coming from the 5, that's the hour we're going to use. And now we're going to count our minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right on the 6 is 30. Eating dinner. So if you ate dinner at 5:30 AM, that would be probably before most of you wake up. But if you eat it at PM, that's 5:30, that's after noon time, would be an appropriate time to eat dinner. Arrive at school. Here's our digital clock. We write 8:20. You arrive at school in the morning before noon. So before noon is AM. Mackenzie's violin lessons starts at the time shown on the clock. Write the time using AM or PM. Okay, so if we look here, our hour hand is between the 3 and the 4. No, I take that back. It's more on the 4 if I extend my line. So it's at 4 moving towards 5. So the hour would be 4. If I look at my minutes here, I see the big hand is right on the 1. So again, we don't count it as the minute as 1, we count by 5. So all those little marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 4:05. And you would have a lesson in the afternoon. And PM means the 4 that comes after noontime. The diner opens for breakfast. Breakfast. Think about eating early. The time shown on the clock. Write the time using AM or PM. So I'm going to have you figure this out. Again, our keyword there is breakfast, before noon. Same idea over here, practicing our skill. Write the time for the activity. Use AM or PM. So at lunch, here we look, the little hand is between the 12 and the 1. The minute hand is on the 4, so it's 12:20 p.m. because eating lunch happens after or around noontime. Go home after school. So again, they gave us this digital clock, which reads 2:53, and we go home after noontime. That would be PM. Okay. See the sunrise. So the sun comes up very early in the morning. We look at our clock here. Our little hand is a little after the 6, so our hour is 6. And if we look at our minute hand here, it's a little bit after the 3. So we say 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. It's around 18, 6:18. And it's before noon. It's early. So that would give us AM. Okay? Why don't you try 4, 5, and 6 on your own? Let's go back down here to 7. Write the time. Use AM or PM. 13 minutes after 5 o'clock in the morning. That after word is very important. So the hour is 5, and it's 13 minutes after that. And because here it says morning, we know that's before noon. So we have AM. Look over here at number 8. 19 minutes before 9 at night. So here's our trick where we're going to have to do our subtraction with the 60. So we know our hour is going to be 8 because that's the hour before 9. And if we take our 60 minus our 19, I'm going to have to regroup. My 6 becomes a 5. My 0 a 10. 10 minus 9 gives me 1. 5 minus 1 gives me 4. 8:41 would be our time, and then it's at night. So that means afternoon, which gives us PM. Try 9 and 10. And let's take a look at our problem solving. Jane is in math class. What time is it? Use AM or PM. Okay, look at our little hand. It's between the 1 and the 2. So our hour is 1. We always pick where it's coming from, not where it's going to. I look at the minutes, and I count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 1:25. Now 1:25 a.m. would be before noon. You would be sleeping. 1:25 p.m. is in the afternoon. It's after 12 o'clock. Pete began practicing his trumpet 15 minutes past 3. So that's after 3. Write this time using AM or PM. So if it's 3 o'clock and then 15 minutes after would be 3:15. Okay? Now he's practicing his trumpet. 3:15 a.m. the sun wouldn't be up. Might be hard to see his trumpet music. 3:15 p.m. means the afternoon. That's about when we get ready to leave school. That would be the appropriate time. So you're going to try those couple for me, and either Mom or Dad can send me a picture, or I'll set up a Google Doc and you can answer it on there.